So Daniel, talk to me about what you have here.
So yeah, I couldn't decide on just one car, so we had to bring two today. I'll introduce you to Luigi and Francesca.
Why two cars, Dan?
Well, some may say it's useless having two cars because you can only drive one at a time, right? But in truth, we've got them lined up in this order because the accountant in me, and there's an accountant in everybody, would buy the Tesla, and you buy it with your head. Francesca, the Ferrari, you would buy that with your heart all day long. Although I would justify that this is probably one of the best ones that you could buy to balance both the head and the heart. Day to day, Luigi is the car. And Luigi, two things. One, really economical. This car is 25,000, give or take, I think it was. And that was brand new. It was pre-registered, and you couldn't buy a car with an automatic gearbox, with sports features, with a soft top. Convertible with leather or leatherette interior for 25 grand. So just on paper alone, this car has such an appeal financially.
Nice bit of leather there, Dan.
But basically, driving Luigi is like you're going a million miles an hour all the time. You really get to enjoy the feeling of being in a car.
What's the horsepower?
That's a really good question, and I don't actually know. And don't ask me about Francesca, right?
Sorry,
Yeah.
Too technical for the audience out there.
Exactly.
Too technical for Dan. Too technical.
Sales guide doesn't do facts and figures.
But what you're saying is, it's a small car, so it feels like it goes really quick.
Absolutely
And
right.
you're low to the ground, right? Relatively low to the ground.
Relatively
just like a little mini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the best thing about Luigi is the exhausts. Makes such a brilliant sound, although the sound is better on the outside than it is on the inside.
And of course, what you have with this car, it is UK car park friendly, right? It's only about what? Look at the width of that compared to these other things over here. You cannot get the Tesla and the Ferrari. It's a nightmare, isn't it, for parking?
Absolutely.
They're just wide cars.
Absolutely.
And they just don't make the spaces big enough nowadays, do they?
No. We've had Luigi now for a couple of years. He was born in October 2022, but we didn't adopt him until January 23. He came to us from Thames Fiat in Slough, and overall, he's been a delight. We've done 9,200 miles in 2 years. Trouble-free motoring. Luigi's got a soft top, but we don't tend to use it that often. In town, I tend to keep Luigi in automatic mode and not with the Scorpion Abarth settings applied. So it's a pretty rough ride anyway, and the car transforms when you press the Scorpion button just up here on the dashboard. Immediately stiffens up, the steering feels different, throttle response much sharper. But also becomes very difficult to pull away without looking like you don't know what you're doing. It's a lot more forgiving in the regular manual or automatic mode. These cars, they sound a lot better watching them than inside them. They sound like they're very laboured when you're inside, but outside you hear them growling and gnarling which is part of the appeal and why Luigi was on the shopping list of cars to own. Looks like we're about to pull onto a main road though, so we will engage the Scorpion mode. The dashboard changes. We've got a G meter. We also seem to default back to Italian labelling on the dashboard. Benzina for fuel, for example. It's a 40-mile-an-hour limit here, so we won't be going above, well, 39, 40. We're just about to change to 50. So if I put it in the third, you might just pick up a little bit of the exhaust. And of course, we're already going at 50 miles an hour. You'll have to trust me on that. We'll find a little spot later to let you appreciate the acceleration. The thing about this car though is it just feels much faster than it is. Francesca is obviously a far faster, more capable car, but as we've just experienced there with Luigi, you put your foot down and immediately you're going as fast as you can go legally, and it's even worse in Francesca. At least in Luigi you get a little bit more of a sense of the speed. A little bit of road noise. I think most of it comes from the roof actually. There are certain speeds at which you get a little bit of a vibration, which sounds like almost a buzzing sound. Maybe it's at 68, 69. But we're now cruising along very happily, 70 miles an hour. The only complaint I've got, is the seating position. And I watched some YouTube videos before we went and test drove Luigi, and other people had the same concern. You can only go forwards and backwards. The driver's seat does have an additional tilt adjustment for the base, but what I'd really like to do is lower the seating position, but you can't do it. But even that, you get used to it. And in Francesca, I'm able to set the seat position right down low to the ground. And in Francesca, I almost feel like I'm peering up over the steering wheel. Maybe I'm a little bit too low in her. But Luigi, to be honest, got good visibility, the steering wheel's good position. So perhaps Fiat are actually looking after me by not letting me change the seat height. So I mentioned earlier about the stiffness of the ride. You really do feel it on a road where the tarmac's in pretty poor condition. And if you happen to be lucky enough to spot a pothole up ahead and you're unable to avoid it, you do find yourself wincing and tensing up because you know it's going to hurt. I suppose the other thing I'd like in this car as well is the proximity warning message in the wing mirror. I find myself having to look over my shoulder. To be fair though, Francesca doesn't have that either. Of course, we're in manual mode, which means it's not going to try and change gear for me, but it does also mean when we're in the middle of trying to go around the roundabout, the steering wheel is moving, lost the ability to change gear. Unlike in Francesca, the paddles are in a fixed position, so you always know where they are regardless of where you are turning the wheel. which takes a little bit of getting used to. Most modern cars have the paddles fitted to the back of the steering wheel, exactly like this. The other thing that I find swapping between Luigi and Francesca is the indicators and the steering wheel controls. So Francesca, I think uniquely, has the indicators fitted to the steering wheel, because of course the gear change paddles are fixed, so you can't have indicator stalks for wipers, indicators, etc. And because of that, when I get into Luigi, I end up changing the radio station or the volume, trying to indicate. And yeah, it's amazing how your brain gets into the habit of doing certain things. Equally, it's amazing how quickly you do adapt and adjust.
You started your MSP to help business owners master technology. Isn't it time you were rewarded for that? MSP Finance Team helps hard-working MSP owners finally get the profit, time, and control they deserve. With better financial and strategic insight, you can make better decisions, leading to more control, profit, and time. Our approach is unique. We focus exclusively on MSP businesses, and we meld bookkeeping, CFO as a service, accounting, and mentoring to help you get started, scale, or sell. We bring you the freedom to focus on what's important, whether it's growing your business strategically or enjoying spontaneous moments with your family. So visit mspfinanceteam.com today and take the first step towards financial mastery. Because when it comes to your MSP finances, it's not just business, it's a numbers game.